Late night inside the O'Connell Center. Look who's in town. It's a UConn squad that has been one of the early forces in college basketball this season. The fifth-ranked Huskies play their first true road game of the season in Gainesville to take on the Gators.
Colin Castleton has to be a 20-10 guy if Florida is going to hang in this ball game.
They are the two alphas. They're in the circle to get this thing going. Highest for the program in 11 years. They have risen back to where it once was a little more than a decade ago. Look at Sanogo just bodying with Castleton.
Kevin, it's a really tough.
Alex Fudge got his hands on it, but instead the Huskies come back the other way. Here's Caravan, deep post catch. Sanogo from 15, yes. And the freshman's earned now his third straight start. Plays with great intensity. This is Andre Jackson, and he responds with the straight-on
Same thing. He's not a three-point shooter. Stop the ball.
Trey Bonham was open for a moment. Sanogo erased that shot. This tireless player. And you're right. He's really athletic as well. He's trying to post up Castleton. He spins left hand.
Yeah.
That's pure.
Watch Sanogo. He's so strong and plays low for a guy 6'9" and 265, but he doesn't play tall.
Sends that pass away. Hawkins was looking for Donovan Clingan, the 7-footer. After the turnover, now the Huskies are on the move, and Hawkins can hit this.
Yeah,
he is a pure shooter.
When you run the ball down from behind with the effort that Hawkins...
UConn coming off that win against Oklahoma State last week.
Wow.
Clingan underneath. How about this 7-footer? Just a freshman. Make it 7'2". Huskies now on this end, just checked in along with Joey Calcaterra. Here's the lob. Oh, to Clingan. Nice roll, and he's got two on the paint. He's on the bench, though. He's 0-4 from the field. Late shot clock offense. This is Naheem Alim. Blocked from behind, but it bounced right to Clingan. Boy, they've gotten out in transition several times in this first half, but just 36% from the field. There's the battle of bigs once again. Sanogo with that long reach.
Yeah, hard guard.
Fudge to the basket. Blocked by Clingan.
You got a mismatch. Castleton on a jump shooter. Just keep your distance and go up. Well done by 12 and White.
Jackson's now 2 of 2 from deep. Strong over Castleton's outstretched arms. Back and forth we go. Clingan, that's an easy one.
How about the ability and the willingness of Clingan?
Jackson, great passer. Into the paint, he finds Newton. Works his way in from 8 feet. That one falls through.
As valuable of and spray it to shooters.
Yeah, one thing both of these coaches did was bring in some robust transfer classes. But Clingan is just making his presence felt.
In this game so far. 16 points and 7 rebounds. And a block shot now between the combination of Sanogo. Probably a ball screen, late clock ball screen. There it is. Get downhill. Your Diarra.
Diarra searching.
Bam.
Clingan!
Man.
Another than 12. UConn has led just about the entirety of this first half. Calcaterra into the paint. That one's through. But Kugel left that one way short. Look at how quickly Jackson pushes in transition. Caravan, 4-3. First hostile environment of the year for the Huskies. They have looked anything but intimidated. Sanogo was waiting for the lob. It's Hawkins in the paint.
Hurley is taken out of this game. Those two kids have played a combined 30 minutes in this game, and they have squeezed off 1 3-point shot. Haven't made one. Wow. They've only taken one.
And there's Sanogo, so the lead grows back to 3. Each week we hear from the great SID Denver Parlor. He says something different each week in practice. Here's Hawkins.
That's what I'm talking about, Kevin.
Jumper. That one's
he wraps that screen. He wraps that screen.
Chance for Kyle Off to get this thing back to single digits. Clingan, that was an easy one.
Kevin, you got to know who you're driving against.
Tyrese Martin, but he has really picked up his scoring this season. Lets it fly again, and that's pure. Jordan Hawkins.
This kid's going to be right there with him before he leaves. Again, comes off the screen. He's so good running to his left shoulder and gets on balance. Rise, release, rotation, result. Made his last 3 shots, and UConn continues just to have control of the game.
Oh, Jackson just smothers Castleton that time. And ball is going back to the Huskies. 16-point lead. Remains. Look at this. Bang.
And that's a big, tall wall by Clingan, and Jackson comes in from behind. Ball's a playmaker.
Now, going back to Hawkins, for example, he's got it here. This time an assertive drive to the rack.
And you talk about a violent cut.
Quality looks and makes. It's been very difficult tonight for Florida. They're one of their last 8 from the floor. Sanogo, second chance, fading away. He's got it from close range. But they're 3 of 11 from deep. That's all. Would you say they needed?
No, I love that shot.
Yeah.
As in transition, his feet are set. It was the backside of the play. Everything just didn't. The ball didn't go in. This kid's going to make you pay. 58% on the year. I think make a deep, deep run this year. Just watching them on film, preparing for this, watching their shoot around, watching, 3/4 of a ball game right now. They can beat you in a lot of ways, but have a stomach to play for Dan Hurley in the right way. Like if you're soft, it's not going to work. If you don't love ball, it's not going to work. And Big East this year, Creighton off to a hot start. They've struggled a little bit lately. Marquette's had some good wins, but I think it's UConn and the Big East this year. The same thing to get in shape for basketball. And Dan's at 8:30 this morning, he was talking about mental toughness. That's just so easy and so good. Yeah, Hawkins is such a good player.
Florida has any hopes of coming back. It needs points in a hurry. Jackson! Oh, a wicked block. Calcaterra, lob it up and Clingan. An easy slam.
That play sums up UConn and it sums up Jackson. Stores are a true road game tonight in Gainesville. Watch Jackson just eat it up. Send a message with the elevation and then sends a message to the bench with a stare down. There's our boy Donovan Clingan. A machine right now are the Huskies. Now it's Clingan on the floor. And Dan Hurley went all in, making sure that this big kid didn't leave the state and became a UConn Husky.
Hawkins takes that one away. And just a matter of a couple minutes here for UConn to get to the finish line, and it will likely become. Sultan just has like an exhausted look on his face. What a night it's been for him. Oh, and the freshman's got some. Yeah, he's.
Now you can back it up.
He's a confident. Yeah, after a game like tonight. That should be a battle. 20 seconds left. Boy, UConn took an early lead. Calcaterra, he's really crafty around the rim.
Everyone that plays for Dan Hurley is all in on UConn. There's not a selfish bone in the body, the overall body of this UConn team. Love watching them play, and a 21-point win tonight for the Huskies.